It is time to kick off the 2021 regular season. The Texas Rangers taking on their in-state rival Houston Astros to kick off 2021, and on the hill for the Rangers is the big right-hander Lance Lynn. Made 31 starts last year, looking to replicate his 2020 season and have some more success, while he'll be opposed by Lance McCullers, who's looking to improve upon his down 2020. So we'll start things off bottom half of the first inning. It's Willie Calhoun hitting a line drive over the leaping glove of Carlos Correa into center field for a base knock. 2 outs now. Joey Gallo checks his swing, but he did go around, but the drop third strike is away from the first baseman, so it's first and second as Gallo reaches on that, and then Guzman's going to dribble one up the middle. That's going to allow a runner to score as the center fielder has some trouble with it, and it's a 1-0 Texas lead. So runners on the corners, Jonas Cespedes, he's going to ground at the third base, and the score would remain 1-0. Check in with Lance Lynn in the top of the third. Going to be a short fly ball in the left field. Cespedes gives it a dive on the bloop hit from Tyler Flowers that he's going to get into second base with, so he's in scoring position to lead off the inning. Next batter up is Abraham Toro, who's going to fly out to deep left center field. Put away, Flowers does not test the arm of the center fielder Almora. And then it brings up Jose Altuve, who grounds one at the third base. Didi makes the easy play. 2 down in the inning, and then the third out would come when Justin Turner flares one out to right field, as Lynn retires the next 3 batters after giving up the double to Flowers. Move things on to the fourth now. Yordan Alvarez draws himself a walk to lead off the inning, and then Alex Bregman with a trademark Bregman high-arcing homer that just barely gets over the left field fence, but it counts nonetheless. A 2-run shot for Alex Bregman as the Astros jump out to a 2-1 lead now. So we move things on, top of the fifth. Tyler Flowers drawing himself a walk, so he's on first base. Abraham Toro then grounds one through the right side of the infield, and Tyler Flowers somehow hurt himself advancing from first to second. So he's going to have to come out of this game, and coming on to replace him will be Martin Maldonado, who will also come in and play catcher from here on out. So Justin Turner at the dish, he's going to single as well, right up the middle. Almora plays that one very poorly. Could have made the play, but instead it's bases juiced with 1 out for Yordan Alvarez, and this time he's not drawing a walk. He's going down the left field line. That'll drive in 2 runs easily, and the Houston Astros have themselves a 4-1 lead now in this game. Move things on, top of the sixth, as Tucker comes on, as they try to get some more innings out of Lynn, but instead he's going to give up a solo shot to Tucker. It's now a 5-1 lead. Move things on, bottom of the seventh, Rogelio Armenteros comes on for the Astros, and Jonas Cespedes is at the dish. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. That's a base knock, so he's on first base to lead off the inning. And then with 1 out, it's Rougned Odor connecting on a pitch, looking to improve upon his 2020, and he's off to a solid start here on opening day. A 2-run blast to get the Rangers back in this ball game. It's now a 5-3 score. Ryan Presley came on in the 8th. First batter up, Didi Gregorius, a line drive right at Bregman, playing on the shift. And then it would be Willie Calhoun, hard grounder right into the shift. That's 2 down. Next batter up is Joey Gallo. Gets fooled by the sweeping curve, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Presley. So we move things on to the bottom of the 9th. Roberto Ozuna comes on looking for the save, and the Rangers did not fare well against him. Ronald Guzman whiffs through strike 3. Jonas Cespedes, down and away changeup, cannot make contact. And then it would bring up Sam Huff, the rookie catcher, could not pull the trigger on the cutter. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ozuna, strikes out the side, and the Houston Astros win here on opening day over the Texas Rangers by a score of 5-3. Lance McCullers Jr. had a great day on the hill. He went 6 innings strong, only gave up 3 hits and struck out 9 Rangers batters, only giving up 1 run. Bregman had the 2-run shot. Kyle Tucker had a home run. Yordan Alvarez had a 2 RBI single, while on the Rangers side of things, it was pretty much just Rougned Odor and his 2-run shot, as the final score in this one was once again 5-3. So we now move a little bit farther into the month of April, not too much farther though, and the big thing is that we are about to hop into a game against the Washington Nationals, where Charlie Morton is going to be on the hill for us, and he has not gotten off to the best start in 2021. He has made 2 starts so far. In the first one, he didn't even make it through 1 full inning, gave up 5 earned runs on 3 hits and 4 walks. Big yikes on that one. And then his second outing didn't go great either. Didn't even make it through 2 innings. Only gave up 2 earned runs, though, which is 2 innings and not even 2 innings is not great, but also, like, it doesn't seem like he should have gotten taken out. Maybe he got hurt in that game. I'm not sure exactly what happened. He's not on the IL, obviously, so maybe he just kind of had like one of those injuries where he had to come out but didn't actually end up on like the injury list. But still, he has not had the greatest start to the season, so he's looking to rebound here in his 3rd start, and the team in general just has not gotten off to a great start, as even the hitting, the only bat on the team that is even sort of hitting well is Rougned Odor? What? And then we should add on to that even before we hop in this game, Joey Gallo somehow hurt himself before arriving to the ballpark. He has some lower back pain. We're not even going to risk it, and he's just going to get the day off, as Mark Payton is going to end up getting a shot in the outfield. We hop into the game now as the Texas Rangers, 2-9 on the season, take on the Washington Nationals, and toeing the slab deep in the heart of Texas is Charlie Morton, making his 3rd start of the season, looking for his 3rd to go much better than his first 2. And through 1 batter in the first inning, Garcia then comes up, and he's going to hit a ball at the left center field that slowly rolls into left center, and that is going to be a triple for the fleet-footed Garcia, so he's already in immediate scoring position, but then Juan Soto gets fooled on a great breaking ball for out number 2, and Carlos Santana would fall victim to the curveball as well. So still scoreless, we move things on to the bottom of the 2nd, where Steven Strasburg was on the hill for the Nationals. He also has not gotten off to the greatest start here in 2021. So Ronald Guzman draws himself a walk to lead off the inning. Next batter up was Jonas Cespedes, who is going to club a ball out to left center field. Some poor base running from Guzman as this one hits off the wall, and he's only able to get into 3rd base. Cespedes has to hold up at first, so it's runners on the corners for Rougned Odor. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Guzman comes in to score, gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Cespedes now on 2nd base, and then Odor would cap off the AB by drawing himself a walk. So 1st and 2nd for the rookie catcher Sam Huff, who also draws himself a walk, so bases are juiced for Mark Payton. The Texas Longhorn legend grounds one over to 2nd base. 4 cannot get the 3 on the back end of the double play. Fielder's choice, run comes in. It's a 2-0 game now. Payton was going to get that base either way, but the ball gets away from the catcher, so he's now on 2nd base. And Elvis Andrus lifts one at the right center field. Not deep enough to get down for a hit, though, as it's just going to be a sac fly, making a 3-0 lead for the Rangers. And then with a runner on 3rd and 2 out, Albert Amora chops one back to Strasburg, and that would be the end of the inning. So a 3-0 lead for the Rangers. We move things on. Top of the 4th, Juan Soto. Absolute laser down the right field line, hits off the bottom of the wall. Cespedes gets it in quickly, though, as that holds Soto to 1st base. Then later on in the inning, it's Starlin Castro who's going to bloop one over the glove of Odor that lands in shallow right field. So it's 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Daniel Murphy, and he's going to pop one up into shallow center field. This one Odor is going to range back and be able to get to, though. So 2 down, runners on 1st and 2nd. It is going to be Brian Goodwin drawing himself a walk, so bases are juiced, but then Carter Keyboom swings through the curveball, and the score remains 3-0 as Morton gets out at the jam. On to the bottom of the 4th now, Jonas Cespedes. This time he gets all of this one. That's going to carry over the left field fence. A solo shot for Jonas Cespedes, his 2nd in a Rangers uniform, and it's now a 4-0 game. How about a 5-0 game? Mark Payton, he's back in Texas, and he's hitting home runs. A solo shot for Payton, the 2nd home run of the inning for the Rangers. It's now a 5-0 game. Joe Ross entered for the Nationals in the bottom of the 5th inning with a runner on 1st base and 1 out. Willie Calhoun then grounded one through the right side of the infield, and that's going to be 1st and 2nd for the Rangers. 1 out, it's Ronald Guzman, and he is going to hit a ball to deep center field, but it's going to be on a line. They try to tag up, but end up not deciding to, so it's first and second for then Cespedes to club one at the bottom half of the zone into center field. That'll score a run, and it is now a 6-1 game as the Nationals scored in between the last few clips. And then on to the bottom of the 7th, where Guzman is going to start things off, or not start things off, but hit a 1-out double down the left field line, hustles his way into second base. Austin Voth comes then on for the Nationals with a runner on second and 2 outs, where Rougned Odor line drive past Santana at first base. Guzman rounding third, heading home. That's going to be a run. It's now a 7-1 game. How about Sam Huff, the rookie catcher, left center field? He's going gapping, making an impact here early on in the season, as that's going to be a 2-out RBI double. It's now an 8-1 Rangers lead, and that would be your final score in this ball game, as Charlie Morton gets finally a good start under his belt here in 2021 as the Texas Rangers win this game over the Washington Nationals. Morton goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, only 1 earned run and 2 walks, while Steven Strasburg only goes 4 1/3 while giving up 6 runs on the Nationals' half. Jonas Cespedes gets Player of the Game honors as he went 3 for 4 on the day with a home run and 2 singles, drove in 2 runs, scored twice as well in this 8-4 victory, not 8-1, for the Texas Rangers. The Rangers now hit the road to take on an AL West foe, Seattle Mariners, up in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to be sending out Logan Gilbert for the 3rd time this season to make the start, and in the top half of the 1st inning, Michael Brousseau is going to chop a ball past Gilbert, and also the shortstop De La Guerra cannot handle it. It's an infield single for Brousseau, and then he would not even be able to have to go any farther than that as Joey Gallo connects on a pitch way out of here. Right field shot, 2 runs as Gallo puts the Rangers up 2-0 early on in this game. Move things on top of the 2nd now as Didi gets a pitch that just skims his back left toe, as that's a hit by pitch. He's on first base. Odor would then try to drive him in with an opposite field shot, but instead it's going to be caught right at the fence. So Didi retreats to first, and then the catcher Avila comes on. He's going to hit a ball to right center field. The dive from Malik Smith out in center field, not enough to make the catch. Avila gets into second base, Didi over to third, and then Michael Brousseau came to the plate, ground ball down the third baseline. Seager makes the stop on it, nobody scores, and then Jonas Cespedes, a drive out to deep center field, but it's going to die out right at the wall, so the score remains 2-0. Kyle Cody rode his dirt bike to the game, and now he's ready to make his 3rd start of the season with his 3.60 ERA off to a solid start to the year. So bottom half of the 2nd inning, he walks Vogelbach to start the inning, but then he would immediately eliminate him as not De La Guerra, but Patrick Wisdom grinds into a 6-4-3 double play, and then De La Guerra would come up after that. Not usually known as a power hitter, but Cody hangs a breaking ball, and that one's going at the left center field. Chad De La Guerra with his first career home run off of Kyle Cody makes it a 2-1 ball game. Now onto the top of the 4th, Didi Gregorius came to the dish. He's going gapping up against the right center field wall. Easy 2-bagger for Didi to lead off the inning. Next batter up is Rougned Odor. Ground ball over to second base. That'll move over Didi to third, now with 1 out. And then Michael Brousseau is going to drive him in. This time he's going down the third baseline, but he hit it a bit harder, so that gets past Seager and drives it a run. He would try to turn it into a 2-bagger, but he's gunned down in the back half of the play, so it's a 3-1 lead. As we move on to the bottom of the 4th now, Kyle Cody was hurt on this pitch. It said it could have been serious, but we'll find out later on in the episode. It was not serious. He would just have to come out of the game, so Demarcus Evans came on to replace him, making his 9th appearance of the season, and he would proceed to get shed long to fly out to left field for out number 1. Next batter up is Mitch Haniger, and that's not a fly out, that's a fly way over the fence, counts the run. It's now back to being a 1-run game. It's a 3-2 score on the Mitch Haniger home run. Brett Martin came on at the bottom of the 6th for the Rangers. Same score, 3-2 ball game, runner on first, 2 outs. Daniel Vogelbach whiffing through the slider as Martin works a scoreless inning. The 7th inning belongs to Kelvin Herrera, the former Royals closer. and he would proceed to work a 1-2-3 scoreless inning as Kyle Seager chops one down the first baseline and Herrera makes the play himself. And then the 8th inning belonged to Shane Carl, making his 8th appearance of the season. Runner on first, 1 out, Malik Smith, ground ball to third base, Brousseau turns into a 5-4-3 double play. So 3-2 game remains in the bottom of the 9th. Jose Leclerc came on looking for the save, and he was filthy. Fastball blown right by Shed Long, way up. Just a dumb swing by him. And then Mitch Haniger chasing the slider down and away for out number 2. Daniel Vogelbach getting punched out on the up and away fastball that gets called strike 3. As Leclerc strikes out the side and the Texas Rangers top the Seattle Mariners here in Seattle by a score of 3-2. Like I said, the Kyle Cody injury turned out to not be anything serious. It was just a bruised arm. He will not even miss his next start, which is definitely good news for us. And the player of the game went to Jose Leclerc. Not much hitting in this game, but we did have a closer strike out the side to end the game. Joey Gallo had a 2-run shot in the first inning, and Michael Brousseau drove in Didi after he doubled in the 4th inning, and those were the only runs for the Rangers on the day. But it was enough as they get the win, and with that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Texas Rangers franchise. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I am saying, the NFL draft made me care about football for like 2 days, and now I am back to not caring about football.